So we got some new interesting speculation on what the new survivor could be coming into Dead by Daylight with the mid-chapter patch. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about it. Kings and queens, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. And in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at potentially some of the new information and some theories basically floating around about what the new survivor could be coming in Dead by Daylight. To get you up to speed, as you know, we received the Pinhead chapter not too long ago, and we didn't receive a survivor for whatever reason. This could be for licensing on the business side, whatever the case may be. Now, according to leaks, which are normally accurate, but take it with a grain of salt because they always can change and it doesn't 100% confirm anything, we're likely to be getting a survivor with the mid-chapter patch that should be coming out pretty soon. Now, with this mid-chapter patch, we also speculated that this is going to be connected to Boon Totems coming into the game. We have tons of videos talking about that, so make sure you guys do go and check them out. The link will be in the description. But nonetheless, it's been up in the air on what exactly the new survivor could be. Now, today on Twitter, I was tagged in a post with Polly from Mackenzie, so shout out to you. And it was actually a screenshot from Northern Reedus. His account is Big Ball Head, and he actually shows a picture of basically him, his character, with a Huntress mask on. Now, at first glance, I was like, whoa, what's going on here? And initially, I was like, wow, this potentially could mean that Daryl from The Walking Dead could come on into Dead by Daylight, and we could see a collaboration like that happening towards the future. Then I started to do a little bit more thinking, and I also watched Polly's video, which he posted, and it seems likely that this is just him being a fan of the game. We typically don't really get to see other people tease the chapters like this and to tease things because of contractual obligations or whatever the case may be, NDAs. So we typically don't see things like this. And we also know that the other cast members of The Walking Dead are also fans of Dead by Daylight. So it makes a lot of sense that, hey, maybe he's into the game, which is pretty huge. It really sets up the potential for maybe if the right people talk to the right people, one day something like this could come into Dead by Daylight. With all of this going around today as well, we got some new information from TWD Leaks that points out that from an inside source, they potentially think that this new survivor is going to be a female survivor. Now, I don't actually know how this set of information was acquired, whether they've seen the actual character models. As we know, the character models and the rigs are a little bit different depending on who the survivor actually is. So maybe they've seen it like that and they assumed what the new character could be. Who really knows? But a lot of theorists out there that were digging into everything kind of put it all together and are like, all right, we got Boon Totems coming in. There is the potential, as we spoke about in a previous video, for the lore to be connected with some of the perks. And if Boon Totems are coming in, it could make sense that this person coming in would be, in a way, associated with Boon Totems. And it left a lot of people speculating that this potentially could be the Tome character that we've been learning a lot of information about, Haddie Kaur. I probably butchered that name, but we'll roll with it. Now, to catch you up to speed with everything, in case you guys haven't followed along with the Tomes or anything like that, I'm going to read from the Dead by Daylight wiki, and they're basically talking about this character, who is an unseen Tome character in Dead by Daylight. The overview goes as this. Haddie is an Indian psychic investigator who is focused on in various Tome entries. She creates the Harbinger of Hell web series, where she investigates paranormal phenomena and historical tragedies, as well as working to expose the Black Veil across various realities. To catch you up with that, the Black Veil is basically a secret cult that goes by many different names, and they're devoted to the entity itself in Dead by Daylight. And to connect that even more, to get you up to speed, these guys used to do a bunch of different experiments and human sacrifices, and that directly correlates with the twins themselves, with Victor and Charlotte. Back to what we were reading. She makes the web series alongside her older French-Canadian stepbrother, Jordan Roas, and it is produced by her and her step-uncle, Stephen Roas. She is funded by a mysterious benefactor, Surin Rivera. She has the ability to see what others cannot, and view the overlaps between realities, as well as the events of the past. Now, this is really interesting. She basically has magic powers. She's a psychic. She can see the differences in overlapped realities, and she can basically see events in the past. It would make sense if she was connected to the Boon Totems, and this is the survivor that we could potentially see. if you guys remember not too long ago, we received the Blight, and before the Blight actually came into the game, we received multiple different lore-related videos as well as readings of the Blight and his experiments and everything he did and how he worked on some of the killers, etc., and how he went crazy for the Pastula flowers. And eventually, that killer made it into the way into Dead by Daylight. And I always said that they need another story to go on, and everything needs to, build up again in lore so people can get excited, get hooked on it. I always compare it to COD Zombies, and this is exactly what we're getting again. And get this, we also learned from DBD leaks today that we're more than likely not to see another Blighted event coming into the game. And this year, it might be something potentially completely brand new. This sets up hugely for this new survivor to come into the game. It all kind of overlaps and makes sense. We've been learning about this character for so long. We've been getting all these lore bits and more overviews of the character, and she, lore-wise, could connect to Boon Totems quite easily, having all of these psychic powers and then working on Boon Totems in order to help her. And then when it comes down to the new event, maybe the new killers are going to have something similar to Blight, but it could be blue, it could be like more flashy and more dark and mysterious, and that would be absolutely phenomenal. Everything in my mind is tying together, and I could be completely wrong here. This is a big shot in the dark, but last time when we associated the Boon Totems with the actual survivor coming on in, it turned out to be true according to leaks. So this does potentially set up the possibility for Haddie to come in and into the game, and for everyone still hoping that The Walking Dead does come into the game, I don't think there's a lot of potential for something like that to happen, and that was just red herring essentially and us putting the clues together, but it's more than likely to be Haddie. She's been in a lot of tomes. She's been in Deliverance, in Forsaken, in Diversions, which is one of the older tomes, and she's so much about her, where she travels to India to investigate the massacres. She travels to Turkey, according to the lore, and she travels to New York to find out who her benefactor is. And it all makes sense because we've been learning so much about this character that it now makes sense for them to finally reveal who she is and to bring her in the game. But that's just my theory. A lot of people have also been saying the same exact thing. I'm just basically echoing what everyone else is saying, and it makes a lot of sense to me personally. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below. We might make another running theory like this before everything is revealed to us in the mid-chapter patch and potentially see what exactly happens. But that is going to do it for me. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure you leave a like down below and share this with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for some more Dead by Daylight content. We're going to be posting a lot more. We're going to be posting a lot more theory videos, gameplay videos, news videos, and much more. We've also been posting a lot on the second channel, so make sure you guys go ahead and take a look at that as well. But that's going to do it for me. As always, I'm the King. It's a mic round to you guys, and we'll see you in the fog.